This is going to happen to you. It's going to happen to me. You just get old after a while.
Right.
You stop, you can feel it when you meet somebody who's just not, they kind of stopped caring about things, where they stopped trying to grow and adapt. At a certain point, you're just an old guy who like doesn't understand things.
Yeah.
Not even non-comedy, but just in general. Some old guys, you reach the old guy at your job who's just been there for 30 years. This guy he stopped thinking about what am I going to do after this? What am I going to grow towards? What's my goal here? You stop having goals. At a certain point, you just live.
And honestly, it's like they really don't give a shit no more.
No, I mean, some guys hit this, and I've seen some guys hit this in like their 20s. They're like 25 years old, and they're already like, they felt themselves peak in like high school or something. And from then on, you got another 50 years of living where you just got nothing going on upstairs.
Man, dude,
all you're doing is just like, what's my, what am I gonna eat for lunch?
Yeah, you're right too.
What's McDonald's app? What's the special for today? Oh, it's 2 for 1. That's what your whole life becomes.
And then those people start saying, I could retire when I'm 67, 27 more years.
Well, those people are just like, they're saying like, look, what's even the point of even trying anymore? It's like, I got the job. All I got to do is go to work. I make enough to pay the bills. I can go to McDonald's and get the 2 for 1. That ends up being your whole life just because you stopped trying to do more.
Well,
you stopped trying to think about more.
We used to call that the car dealership. We used to say they got their spirit broke.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. That's like prison.
Yeah, you see them. Yeah. You see people with hope and gleam.
Guy's been institutionalized.
Yeah, and then after about year number 8, they get a girl pregnant. She leaves them. Then they're driving a shitty car. The up and downhill of a car dealership happens within about 10 years.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, like, nobody starts that job thinking they're going to be there for 10 years. Nobody signs up thinking in 10 years I'm going to be standing over there.
Right.
It's like that's too much to think about. But it just, at a certain point, it just kind of dawns on you. And then you're just going through the motions.
And you could see it in their uniform. That's when the little things bother them. Like, they'll be like, why'd you make a second pot of coffee?
Yeah. Yeah. This is where I keep my socks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's why, like, guys in prison, they develop OCD. Where it's like the knife has to be next to the fork.
Right.
Yeah, I got to do this. It's 7:35. I have to do this, this, and this. And it's like, that's all you can control at a certain point is these little tiny details. And then nobody else knows what the fuck you're talking about, so you sound like a weirdo.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're just freaking out over some very minor inconvenience.
It literally, I would put car detailing and working at a car dealership. It's very similar to prison. I mean, you got a little area that's yours. You got rules you got to abide by. There's a king in the dealership. Like, there's somebody.
There's nobody where it's like, oh, this guy's really good at doing this job. It's not like you're gonna move up to the next thing. Eventually, you become manager or something. But you're not gonna become like fucking president of Apple.
Well, everything's fake job titles and everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I dated a girl. They got this girl to work so hard. I mean, 16 hours a day. She's like senior manager, MD, like assistant. Yeah. It's 10 different jobs. Even with me.
Vice president.
It was like I was the nighttime manager of the car detailing shop. I was the only one that worked there. Like, it's like, well, who the fuck am I the boss of?
Senior associate.
Yeah. It's all this bullshit just so they could be like, I don't got to pay you.
Well, it's like thing is, there are some people who are like taking that stuff seriously. When you first get that title, you hear, oh, actually, I'm the junior associate assistant. Some guys, like, that gets them amped up. The thing is, at a certain point, you just level off. At a certain point, you realize, oh, this is fake.
Your spirit dies.
Exactly. And then the light goes out of your eyes, and then you're just there.
Next thing you know, you're on Lexapro.
Well, next thing you know, you're fucking 65 years old, and time's just passed you by. But it's like the only way you can fight that is if you keep adapting. You got to find new things to think about. You got to find new challenges.
Those people revive themselves with the gym.
You could try to for a while, but at a certain point, here's the thing about going to the gym, because I've been going back now. I think we're both starting to get in better shape. At some level, you're not actually training for something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get there. I go to the gym now like super early. It's there like 5:30, 6 in the morning. And there's some dudes who are just amped up. And this guy is like you can tell he's on 10.
Yeah.
He's really like Rocky. There's Eye of the Tiger shit happening in his earbuds. But it's like, I can look at the guy. This guy's too old to be playing professional sports. He's not training to be on the Jets.
Yeah, he's training to get
he's
laid.
He's training to just look bigger on Tinder.
Yeah.
He's training to get big shoulders and big arms, but he's not like it's not like you're trying to be heavyweight champion of the world.
Honestly,
and I think at a certain point, your arms are big, your shoulders
Yeah.
are big. All you're doing at that point is maintaining.
I'd take the old man going hard than these 22-year-olds that think they're gonna do something. It's like, buddy, you're not doing it.
See, your spirit is starting to die. That's what happens once you start to actually like you stop seeing the world as something that still could grow. Once you
Yeah.
think that you're actually this is it, that's when the bitterness eventually starts to kick in, and that's how you end up being a guy who doesn't grow anymore.
I'm definitely
You become
getting bitter.
the guy who's just mad.
I'm mad at the gym, dude. I see these guys banging weights and yelling. I talk to myself out loud so they hear me. I'm like, why the fuck you guys being so loud?
Yeah.
People are being loud today.
That's not how you work out your triceps.
Yeah, they're making noises and they're lifting some weight, but
buddy, that's unnecessary.
these guys are 24. They don't know how hard life's going to hit.
Well, that's the thing. They're going to find out. Every old guy that acts like, oh, eventually I know something these guys don't know. They're going to figure it out, too, the same way you figured it out. It's not like there's some reason they got to learn now. But the thing that gets people mad, the reason why old people become bitter, is that they remember what it was like to have that kind of ambition,
Yeah.
that kind of confidence of just like, there's still stuff to learn. There's still stuff to do. You see this in comedy more than anything. It's like the guy who thought he was going to make it 20 years ago. He's extra pissed.
Yeah.
Even if he's doing something that a lot of other people would love to do. This guy, if you didn't match up to what you thought you were going to be, that's when you get like real bitter.
Yeah, dude, we see that 99% of the time.
I mean, imagine that. At least you can still do it. Imagine if your dream was playing basketball. You thought you were going to make the league when you were 19, 20 years old. Now you're fucking 45 and you're still on the court just playing too hard for no reason.
You know, I
Just
feel
fucking
like
elbowing teenagers just because you're trying to like get that aggression out.
nobody lives in the past more than those like people that almost made it.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you think about like I've been seeing Ronnie Coleman stuff resurface.
Hell yeah.
Dude, can you imagine? He's got to be living in the past.
Well, I mean, at least to him, he's kind of got like, you get some social media ego boost stuff going on.
Yeah.
You can still look at yourself in the mirror and still be like, I'm still the guy.
Yeah, buddy.
But it's just like, nobody is more mad than the guy who almost made it. The guy
Yeah.
who thought he was just, the NBA is right here and this dude is right here. And he's just like going to spend the rest of his, next decades just thinking about it. Guys end up playing in fucking Israel or like in Greece, playing professional basketball overseas. And it's like they're still trying to chase the dream.
I've been catching those Mayweather fights in Japan. He's just fucking these people up.
This dude he's just trying to get a check. But
One round.
That's the problem is he's still got to go out. They still make you fight.
Yeah.
You would think that you're Floyd Mayweather. They would just pay you to show up. It's
Right.
Like, oh, man, I still got to do this shit.
I wonder how he went. I mean, do you think he's just greedy? I can't believe he's fighting. He's only 41 or 42. I had no clue.
I think he's older than that.
Oh, really? Maybe the
Yeah.
video was old.
Yeah, I think he's like 47.
Oh, maybe they were saying his record 41 and 0.
Yeah, 41. No, I think he's like in late 40s at this point.
Damn,
maybe
dude.
50.
See, when I'm working out, I honestly just want to be in enough shape to actually live life. Like today, we started the podcast late. All I did was run 1 mile, which is nothing. And I hit the gym a little bit. I completely fell asleep, dude. I had no energy. I almost burnt down my apartment.
Well, I mean, this is also just kind of a lifestyle thing. You're building back up, but it's not like the goal here is just to get in good shape and look better. But your dream is not like you don't have like bodybuilding fantasies.
Yeah, my dream's
Where
to
it's
be able
gonna
to
be like-
get through a whole day and not be exhausted.
Yeah. I mean, that's a couple months. You build up to that. But there's some guys at the gym who are like, that's the problem with all this bodybuilding shit. Because there's like whole rabbit holes you can go down on like TikTok where you're just learning about enzymes.
Right.
And just weird supplements. And there's always
Macros.
Just like, yeah, you're trying to watch these like videos of like secret exercises where it's like you're doing something upside down.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, that works out your rear deltoids or something. And it's like it's too much.
Yeah.
Bench press, deadlift, squat.
That's all you need.
This is anything that's outside of that. You were just that's bonus levels.
Yeah, dude, all these TikTokers are at my gym too. I can't stand it. They're like got their tripods, 3 camera shoots going on.
Yeah, they're doing upside down push-ups.
They're benching with bands on the thing. I'm just like, bro, like, what do you do? You know how many TikTok videos I'm probably in talking to myself?
Yeah, just walking through in the background.
Struggling with 135 pounds.
Yeah. Some people though, it's like it's never enough. You can tell them you only got to do these things, but it's like no, there's got to be more. There's got to be some other pills I can take. Got to be some like weird Chinese medicine I can take.
Yeah, and some people don't get the fact that you only need to work out a little bit. Like there's a lot of people that are like, no, I'm doing 8 hours of cardio today. It's like,
well, I mean, the thing is, when you're watching those videos of Arnold Schwarzenegger pumping iron from the 70s or something, that dude lived in the gym. Those guys, but if that's your goal is to be that, then it's like you end up having to do if you're trying to do that and you're in your 30s, your 40s, you got to do crazy shit.
and they built up to that.
And he was on fucking steroids.
Right.
Yeah. So it's
and
not
roids
like
work, dude. I hate to say it. I had a buddy, dude, I'll never forget this kid. Turned 18, got roids somehow, D-ball. Dude, he was skinny. Dude, within 3 months, he was benching 315.
Wow.
I used to have to shoot him up in the ass. I'm like, dude, I don't want to do it. He made me poke him in the ass with a needle. He did for 3 months.
Can't say no.
He got jacked, man.
Well, now I think they got even better stuff. Now they got the, what's it called? It's not even called steroids anymore. It's like some Chinese shit. You get like in the mail.
Really?
You take the pills or whatever. And it's like, I think the problem with that, though, is that you hit a certain peak. But that guy, I bet you run into that guy now. He's not bench pressing 350.
Nah, that was 20 years ago.
That lasts for a little while. And then after a while, you go crazy and you try to fight somebody.
My one buddy got on test, and it's a cream that you rub on your thighs. And he had to switch over to the shots because evidently when you hook up with your wife, she was getting a lot of testosterone from the cream. How crazy is that?
Yeah, it's a problem.
Dude, that's wild.
Next thing you know, your wife's just trying to fight you.
Yeah, all these guys on test in my back home, that's what they do. When their spirit dies, they're all washing cars on testosterone. Think about that.
You're getting hyped up just to fucking wipe off a car. Yeah.
Just buffing out cars.
I mean, I think the problem, though, is that it's like you're about to start doing this boxing stuff. You're always trying to take these classes, trying to learn new things, travel. You got to keep your plate full.
Yeah.
You always got to have new things that you're learning, new things that you're developing, or even things that you already know how to do. You got to get better at them because once you level off, that's when it's like that's when you start dying.
I was leveled off for so long, and for me, you know how it all started was I got sober, and I realized how long a day is.
Oh, yeah.
Now I do so much.
You don't work. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I do so much shit. I get busy with it.
Well, you gotta but it's like it's like when my parents retired. You gotta start signing up for classes.
Right.
You gotta have a day. Your day's gotta be like a work day, even if you're not going to work. First you do this, then you go over here, meet this guy, volunteer for a while, go to the gym. But it's like you can't just have your day empty. You can't just wake up in the morning like, what am I going to do today?
Just cooking, going down to Actors Studio. Like I go to this place on like 1st and 7th Street. It's an actor's place. Like going down there and reading lines, that's an hour and a half. You take a dance class, that's 3 hours out of your day. You cook the gym. It's a wrap, dude. Your day's done.
Well, it's like, but you got to just like stack up enough of those things where it's like, those are like official, like you're going to a place with a schedule. But even if it's like, man, on Mondays, 10 o'clock, I go down to the hardware store and I talk to that guy for a little while.
Yeah.
Even if it's just that, you got to give yourself errands. Every once in a while, I got to go to the post office and buy a couple stamps. It's like, if you just spend your whole day just sitting around thinking, what should I do? You go crazy. You don't end up doing anything.
I can't stand errands, though. I want to be doing something fun. I don't really hang out with people.
But it's like, that's why you have to, like, it can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to use the app. I'm just going to take care of this. But it's like, unless you're actually out and being active, that's when you're not giving your brain anything to do. Even if it's a challenge, even if it's something you don't really want to do, you still got to do it.
Yeah.
That's what makes like even people who have money. That's what makes them go crazy. Is that life becomes too convenient for them.
I'll tell you what, these dance classes at Broadway Dance Center, they're fun, but it's honestly pretty crazy when you think there's about 40 people in there. You're dancing for an hour and a half. I mean, I'm exhausted. It's only $25 or $27. I have not learned one thing in 7 classes. There's just, you can't even see the teacher. There's too much shit going on. The teacher does this move 8 steps in 1 second. I don't know if you've ever taken a dance class.
1 and 2 and left.
It's
and
way
right
quicker
and
than
bam,
that.
Bam, bam,
Yeah, they're like 2 and 3 and jump it and
swing, swing, swing.
Whew, and you're
Trombone.
making the noise.
Yeah.
And then you got to do it back and forth in front of the class. I look like an asshole. It's like I can't do none of the moves. I want a dance class that's a little slower. I'd pay a little more.
I think you got to pay more to have a smaller class.
Yeah.
I think they're just packing people in.
They're packing them in.
Yeah. That's what's crazy to me. If you watch, you can go on YouTube and watch videos of Michael Jackson, Thriller, when they were first, the music video.
Right.
Thriller, most famous music video of all time. But it's like you can see videos of them doing the choreography when he's like the zombie and he's doing this shit. It's Michael Jackson learning how to do it from some, choreographer. But he's got all of his backup dancers right there, and they all have to learn the moves on the spot.
Wow.
And they got the best dancer of all time, and they all just got to nail it. And Michael Jackson's not the kind of guy where you say, "Oh, I fucked up.
Right.
Let's try it again." It's like, no. This is it. This is like playing on the Yankees.
Yeah, he's going to hit you with soft-spoken shit, too.
Yeah, and it's not even like, even if you know the dance, even if you know the moves, if you're not perfect with it, if it's not natural, this dude's he's gonna go off on you.
Can you imagine the pressure of like being a backup dancer for Michael Jackson on the Super Bowl?
Oh my God.
And then him yelling at you is like, and honestly, people say Michael Jackson could fight.
Well, I mean, he's yelling at you, but it's not like he's just being mean. This is a big deal.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna see this. And it's Michael Jackson. This is like God for some people. So it's like, we can't mess this up. This is a high pressure thing, but you also got to be doing this shit, and you got to be spinning backwards. I would be asking to be in the back,
right?
If he was like, no, you're up front, it's like, no, switch me out.
I don't think we're ever gonna have entertainers like him at that level ever again because there's just too much other shit to do. Like, think we'd have James Brown nowadays if TikTok existed back then. Like, people were watching TikTok. James Brown just went outside and danced.
Oh, you watched like Bruno Mars. That's the closest you get. Because you watch like a Bruno Mars, he's in like Vegas now.
And he's like even old school though.
Vegas residency. I mean, he's doing kind of like a 70s kind of act. But it's like, you can tell he's the only kind of like performer now who still puts in the effort.
Right.
Where it's like, we're going to do a real show.
But in the future, we're never going to have that no more. We're going to have TikTok people.
Well, it's just like, it's not worth putting that much effort in to learn all these moves and to have like light cues and fireworks and shit because people don't really care.
Yeah,
people are down to watch you lip sync.
Why is that?
They're down to watch you do crowd work and just bullshit. Nobody cares. They're going to go home that night and they're just going to scroll on TikTok anyway. So it's like, back in the day, you actually had to put on a show because that was somebody's whole night. That was their whole evening. We're going to watch James Brown at the Apollo. So it's like, you got to give these people a show.
Yeah, dude. Can you imagine? Yeah, that shit's a wrap, dude. We're the good entertainment is donezo.
Imagine the Apollo back in the day.
Right,
Being
James Brown.
Just fucking in Harlem in like the mid-'60s. That must have gone off.
You know what's
have been like church.
Crazy too. I did the Apollo where you get booed off.
Yeah.
And they told a story before. They were like, "Listen, everybody's gonna get booed." They're like, "We don't care who you are, you're getting booed." One guy didn't get booed. He was like a contortionist. Mm-hmm. He came out, blew people's mind. He turned his head completely around. I think they were scared to boo him. They thought he was the devil.
Right.
But they said James Brown even got booed. And he built the fucking
that was just
thing.
like I think that's just kind of the culture of it. But James Brown, he has like albums that he taped at the Apollo, and it's just like rocking. This guy is like, he had that whole act he was doing where he would like pretend to pass out.
Yeah.
And he would just faint on the ground, and then like his buddy would come out with a cape and just throw it over him. And they would start to like, "Oh, show's over. He's got to go. We're taking him to the hospital." And they would start walking him off stage, and he would just throw the cape off and start dancing again.
Yeah.
And it was like, he had a guy whose whole job it was on payroll. James Brown toured like 300 days out of the year. So he had a guy on payroll for like decades who just did the Cape. Your whole job, we're going city to city. We're going every city in the country. Your job is to put a cape on me in the middle of the show. And I'm going to throw the cape off and we're going to dance.
Imagine
And
the
that
dude
was-
fucking that up.
Oh, but it's like at a certain point, you can see why the act is so tight. Because it's like, oh, this is my whole thing. I better not fuck this up.
And that's what made James Brown was coming back out.
Oh,
Imagine how coked up he was when he invented that.
they did that whole, I mean, that, it's not even like you would do it once. You would pretend to pass out like 4 times.
Legs
Every
shaking.
single time you come back and they cheer even louder. It's like a new encore. But James Brown, famously, he had like his touring band. James Brown was like he's like a dictator on stage. He was like kind of a psychopath in terms of discipline. But he would bring all these musicians out. Musicians hated working with James Brown because he was so strict. If you were like a bass player and you fucked up a note, even if it was something that nobody else noticed, James Brown would just call out during the show, "Find that man.
Wow.
This guy, yeah, $65.
What?
That guy's not getting paid tonight." So it's like his entire band is just terrified of messing up because you would just throughout the night, if you mess up a little bit, he would just fine you and you wouldn't get paid at the end of the night.
And that was a dude that carried a gun with him. Like, so
Yeah.
think about that.
I mean, he would fly from city to city on a private jet, and he would make the rest of his band drive in like a van
Damn, dude.
just because he's James Brown.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do it at that point.
He was always bragging about how he was like he dropped out of school in like the 4th grade, and he became like a millionaire.
Holy shit.
So he's just like that was always his thing that he told people. It was like, I dropped out of school when I was a kid. Now look at me. He's on the phone with the president.
And he had some nice hair. I loved his interviews when they're like, James, what did you say about this with this woman? He wouldn't even acknowledge what the reporter would say. He just starts singing.
Yeah, he's all coked up.
James, you got into a fight, you pulled out a gun on your wife. This is a man's world.
Yeah. That's when you start dancing.
Yep.
It's got to be nice when you're at that level of like fame. 'Cause I guess I could see why it makes you crazy, but can you picture in your mind James Brown waiting for something? Imagine a line.
Yeah, he ain't
There's
doing
a
it.
line to get something, and they're not gonna tell James Brown, hey, the back of the line's over there. You're just walking straight up.
How long do you think it took him to make it? Because when they told him no, it had to be a real problem.
No, I mean he came up during like Jim Crow South in like the rural Georgia or something. So he came up in like playing in like a church band with like chickens running around and shit.
Holy shit.
He dropped out, like you said, he dropped out when he was like a little kid, so he didn't even go to school. He just like kind of like he just performed constantly from when he was a little kid until he was like a teenager when he was like a headline act. And they're doing like doo-wop, like barbershop music.
Oh, yeah.
Just like driving around the South. And it's in a time when black people couldn't perform in a white venue.
Damn.
So he's on the Chitlin circuit, and eventually he just develops those chops. That's when you learn how to dance. And at a certain point, I mean, like I said, this dude, hardest working man in show business. He toured. He just never went home. This guy just went city to city for like his entire life.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's incredible when you see people that do that shit like that. Even look at I know comics that tour their whole life for $500 gigs. You see them dragging around a suitcase. I mean, they got more love of the game than I do. Just some shitty hotel, 20 years, $500 a night.
I don't know how you do it. Yeah.
I could not do it, dude. That would be a nightmare.
I don't know how you could psychologically. There's some people. Just imagine what it's like to go out on the road, knowing that you don't actually have a home.
Right.
Knowing that all you're doing is going to the next show. Some guys just go city to city to city, and as long as you just keep that hamster wheel going, you never actually have to stop.
I know a comic, he lives on the cruise ships. He's like, anytime I'm not on a ship, I just Airbnb somewhere.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's always talking about how they stole his joke about the ship pulling out. He's like, yeah, the ship, is it going to get pregnant? It's like, I've never heard nobody do the joke. It never works. His claim to fame is he was the first cruise ship comic. I'm like, dude, I don't think that's true.
Wow.
I mean, he's like 65, 70 years old. Maybe he was.
Well, I mean, at some point there was the first cruise ship comic. At a certain point there was the first cruise ship.
Yeah, the
But
Love Boat.
I think the first cruise ship comedian, or first cruise comedian was just like a some sort of sailor.
Dude, I got to fucking piss so bad.
Oh, yeah,
Can I go, man? Do you mind?
I'll just fill in the.
Yeah, dude, I can't even focus.
That's all right. So we were supposed to record at 5:30. I got here exactly at 5:30. I can see the text. I'm here. Nothing. 15-minute pass. I call straight to voicemail. Nothing. I go down the street. There's a park down the street. I'm just watching people play basketball for like at least another 30 minutes. And I get the call from Dom. And he's like, I just woke up. I've been asleep this whole time. I came into the apartment. The apartment is filled with smoke. Everything smells like burnt chicken. Dom just fell asleep on the couch while he was cooking something on the stove and somehow didn't wake up. If we hadn't been doing the podcast, there's a good chance that this entire apartment would have just burned down. So, thank God for the podcast. If it was me, I wouldn't even be able to. The second I turn on the stove, I would be so keyed up, and like that would wake me up itself, just knowing that there's gasoline. But I think if you're a certain kind of person, you can just casually turn on a gas stove and then just go sit down. Who sits down while something is cooking? That's crazy to me. I think we can all agree while Dom's out of the room and it's just us talking. He's going a little too far with this whole gym thing. I hang out with Dom now. All he's talking about is chicken breasts and like eating handfuls of spinach, and it's just unhealthy. This is like clearly your body is rejecting this lifestyle.
Yeah, bro. I just had a ton of chicken breast actually.
It's too much. Clearly, it's like I think this is why you can't sleep.
It might be, dude.
You gotta have some carbs that weigh you down. Sleep, wake up. But it's like your body is just you're pouring unleaded gasoline too much,
I've been killing fruit, dude. You should see how bloated I look at night versus the morning. I look 9 months pregnant at night. I could eat a whole watermelon.
I mean, it's not a question of can you eat a whole watermelon. It's just like this is unbalanced. You're doing the wrong the right things, but in the wrong quantity.
And way too much of it. I've been doing 240 grams of protein.
Oh my god!
ChatGPT says
that's gonna kill you. It's like your kidneys or something. You can't process all the protein. It's not gonna. This is not good for you.
I started throwing in rice. It fills you up.
It's not even that it fills you up, but it actually weighs you down, and you have a little bit of a spike, and then you crash, and then you go to sleep. But this whole thing of like, I'm just going to eat as much chicken. Like I said, you're not training for anything. You're not about to you're not playing in the fucking NFL.
I just don't want to be fat no more.
But eventually you are going to lose the weight. But it's not like you got to like just kill yourself for the next 2 months to finally hit a level. Because it's not sustainable. You can't live like this where you're not sleeping. Or where you're staying up all night trying to sleep.
This sleep shit is crazy. I mean,
that's when your body actually loses weight. It burns fat. Because when you're staying up all night, you're not sleeping. Your body is in like fight or flight mode. So it's still psychologically, you're still your body is still thinking, I can't burn this fat because I might have to fight for my life.
Yeah, I'm constantly looking in the mirror at how fat I am.
It's when but if you can actually relax and fall asleep at a regular time, that's when your body knows, okay, we can let go for a little while. We can burn this store of energy. But if you don't have that, then all you have is that energy. And it's like you never actually fully recover.
I'll tell you what's crazy is everybody talks about getting sober and being like, oh, their life got in order. The opposite happened for me. Dude, I got sober. I don't get booked no more. It's crazy. I used to get booked all the time. Everybody loves to hang out with a drunk. And I've always had some girls around when I was drinking. Dude, nothing. No spots, no women. I mean, I picked up one today, but one spot.
The problem is that you got too much spinach in your mind.
Yeah.
People can sense it on you. It's like, this guy's too intense now. Comedy is supposed to be a fun time. The audience is there to have a good night. It's like a date night. People are there they're drinking, they're having fun. This isn't like like I said, you're not a professional athlete. Nobody wants to hear about how much fucking chicken you're eating.
I've always been too serious with everything. Even when I detailed cars, it should be a fuck off job. I treat it so serious.
It's just not sustainable. At a certain point, you burn out, and then you're gonna end up picking up the next thing. You're gonna end up telling me, "Oh, I'm super into soccer now."
Can you imagine?
Yeah. Well, thank God. Like I always say, thank God you're not into gambling. Thank God it's not into something destructive. But it's like if you ever just start learning how to program computers and like write software, you're gonna drive yourself nuts. It's gonna be like the Matrix.
That's how I was with editing, dude. You should see how fast I could cut a fucking clip right now.
But it's like once you get, there's a certain point when the clip is done.
Right.
It's not like I gotta cut down my speed. I gotta learn the hotkeys more. It's like, no, the thing is, it's good enough. You go to the gym 4 times a week. That's enough. You go home you eat, 80 grams of protein. That's enough.
I currently
fucking relax. Eat some mashed potatoes.
I love the gym, but the one thing is it does beat me out, dude. It's like
that's because you're not sleeping. You're not actually. You don't recover between workouts. If you don't sleep, then it's like one long workout.
I wish that I'm going to look into that magnesium. I do wish that we could just like have some Michael Jackson shit and just go to press a button and go to bed.
Right.
How cool would that be? I'd be in bed by 10 o'clock every night.
Well, you saw how it worked with Michael Jackson. It's not sustainable.
Right.
At a certain, you gotta, you develop the tolerance for it. You gotta just keep taking more and more. That's a bad path. Yeah. All you need is 2 nights in a row when you're actually go to bed, wake up at the right time. And it's like, then you'll just be on schedule. And like I said, if you switch to working out first thing in the morning, then you have your whole day ahead of you, and you have, when you're tired at the end of the day, you just go to sleep.
Yeah, I just need to get through 1 or 2 days of being really tired, like to go to bed at a decent time.
Yeah, it's like jet lag. You just got to stay up long enough until you fall asleep at the right time, and then your body is back in sync again.
And my body just shuts down on its own. It takes its own little siestas.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the Italian in me. They all take naps. You go to Italy at 5 o'clock, nobody's outside.
Yeah, well, it's more natural. I'm feeling it now because it's like I've been waking up super early and at the gym. And it's like right around 2 o'clock every day, I'm just out. I'm just at work, like chugging coffee because it's like your body is naturally... we gotta take a break.
I have to pick my gym time around this dude. He focused in on me.
Tank.
Yeah, and I know he gets whoever he wants.
Oh, wow.
I left the gym the other day. I was there last night. I got 2 sets in. This dude came over to squat me. Dude, nuts right above my face.
Wow.
He's wearing leggings. I'm like, dude, I'm out. I was like, I actually gotta go. I was like, I forgot I gotta go to work. Every time I see this fuck, I gotta leave the gym.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, you know what you got to do.
What's that?
You either got to fight the guy or you just got to take it.
Yeah, I guess I got to take it.
That's what it means to be a man.
And he's got a type. I seen the other day he had a dude look just like me.
Oh, wow.
Training him, little white boy.
Well, that's the other thing. That's your other option then. You got to find a couple other guys to look just like you and just bring them to the gym with you. It's your decoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, go stand over there, bend over.
Yeah, dude got the Mr. T haircut.
Wow. I can't even picture what this guy looks like.
Honestly, a blonde mohawk, completely jacked, but still fat, but got abs.
Oh, yeah.
Probably like 22-inch arms, but his waist got to be 54 inches around, and he's ripped.
Wow.
It's like
54.
You see those people, though. Dude, his waist is like a barrel, and he's got an 8-pack.
I mean, it's like a bodyguard kind of type.
I guarantee he's banging roids.
Yeah. But there's a certain kind of like bouncer physique.
He's got it.
Where you want to be, you just want to be a guy who can block a doorway.
And he could.
Yeah.
Legs are huge, back's huge. See, the thing is, I would never even... People
the guy with a little clicky
flashlight.
Right.
People are like, you know what he says? He goes, look at my skin all shiny and healthy. He's showing us.
Yeah.
People say, oh, well, you can't accidentally get jacked like that. I know I'm never going to get that big. I don't understand do you think there's a point like with addictive, like everybody says, oh, I'm only going to smoke 1 cigarette, then they're up to a pack a day.
Yeah.
Is there a point at the gym like when people are like, I don't even want to be able to function like a human no more?
Right. Well, I think that a lot, you get that kind of body type. That's not just working out. That's also taking stuff.
You're getting the GNC shit.
That's
for
also
sure.
GNC, creatine, just like explosion, whatever.
Zero cardio.
Yeah, and it's just zero. It's just all bulk. it's bulk without cut.
Can
and
you
if
imagine?
if that guy takes like 1 month off at the gym, he's just gonna become like morbidly obese. It's all just gonna turn to fat.
Yeah, and then they tell you how much they eat. It's disgusting. Like, I
Oh, my
really don't
God.
eat that much.
Yeah.
I got a small stomach. I'm a little guy. I eat a few chicken breasts, a cup of rice, a sweet potato, some eggs, and fruit. I'm good for the day.
Right.
Some Greek yogurt. These guys are eating like 10 ounces of chicken 6 times a day. Have you ever seen 10 ounces of chicken, dude?
Yeah.
It's a whole plate of chicken. It's like 5 breasts.
My God. These are the kind of guys you see at Chipotle who are like trying to like break the rules.
Yeah.
I want that and I want that, but I only want half of each. It's
Slipping the people $5.
the people they got to call the manager from the back just to like check the rule book.
You see that in my neighborhood all the time. It's a lot of weightlifters in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
People don't realize how serious the gay community is with lifting weights
I think people realize
because they're in it. They're
That's a pretty
serious.
well-known thing. Yeah.
These guys really treat it for real.
But what's so funny though is that some dudes you see in this neighborhood who are like super good shape, where it's
Yeah.
like they look like they're very healthy, they look athletic, and then you see some guys like Tank,
Right.
where it's like this dude is he can lift, but he's like at what cost?
It's not good for your heart.
Oh my God, yeah, it's unsustainable. Even I say this is like the bodyguard bouncer body type, but it's like imagine if some shit actually popped off. That guy cannot chase somebody. You know what I mean?
Nobody's fucking with Tank, dude. You can't even.
Yeah, it's not even like you can't even fight though.
He looks like a juggernaut or something.
I mean, all you got to do is just stay on the outside and throw jabs. There's no way this dude is good. He's gonna do it's gonna be like a movie where he tries to tackle you with both arms.
You know, it's crazy. In my mind, I always thought when you lift weights, your voice gets deeper, and that is not the case. Because, dude, these guys got some high-pitched voices.
Oh wow!
Squatting 315 like it's nothing.
Oh my God. Well, at least you know he's not gonna live for a very long time.
Here's my thing with these situations. If he was drinking, like I've been blackout drunk and did shit I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
I mean, what happens if I run into Tank in the night? There's no cops in my neighborhood, dude. And you think the gay guys are going to stand up for me, a straight white male? They're letting Tank do whatever he wants.
Well, I mean, that's Tank's rules.
Right.
You live in his neighborhood, so it's like it's rules of the jungle here. You either got to become Tank or you got to defeat Tank. That's like everything comes with a drawback.
That's why I started running.
There you go. You gotta start carrying a stick.
I constantly have this nightmare that I'm being chased and I can't run.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, I
Classic.
got to get past it.
Yeah.
I want to be able to run 6 miles. I don't never want to get chased, never.
I think the move that you got to work on, the self-defense move that I think most guys never think about, because all people think about is like throwing a big punch. It's all about doing the leg kick.
Laying on the ground.
No. If you could just stand back and just kick the guy in the knee
Oh, God.
and hyperextend his leg, that is the move. I think especially with a big guy like that, because he's all top.
I'd
all
throw up.
He's all upper body, but it's like if he's like coming at you and you just stand off to the side and do this, and you catch him right like in the kneecap, he's gonna buckle.
What would your reaction be when you see that knee fold?
Oh my God, that would be the most satisfying thing
I'd
of all
throw
time.
up, dude. I can't see broken bones.
It's not even like it's just hyperextended. But a guy like that, he's not working out on his legs really. So it's like if you catch him right, it's just gonna be a house of cards.
Dude, I seen a
Next thing you know, you're the new Tank. Everybody respects you.
I seen a TikTok story where a guy took somebody's eye out in a fight. Can you imagine?
Oh my
Dude,
God.
I'm not fighting nobody. There's a
Yeah.
little dude got attacked by a big guy at a bar. He took his eye out.
Oh, you should have seen the other guy. All right, let's plug some dates. Huh?
I don't think I'm going to Tacoma, dude. I only got
really?
I got in one off-site festival. I Googled
you
it.
didn't book the flight?
No, I didn't book it.
Oh, okay.
Hey, whatever. I lost $30. It is what it is.
I mean, compared to how much you would have lost.
Yeah, I would have lost $1,000, and I only got in. I was wanting to get in the fucking Netflix shit, and I didn't get in. So it's like, what's the point? I'm getting in some off-site festival.
Why you live in New York City? It's like, do you really think Netflix is gonna find you in Tacoma, Washington?
Yeah, you're
Doesn't make any
right.
sense.
Nah, you're right too. That's a good point. Yeah, dude. I don't think these festivals even mean anything anymore. None of them, to be honest.
Yeah, other than like Montreal or something.
Well, if you want to be a cruise ship comic, then a festival is good. Or maybe like if you want to do colleges, which I don't even know if colleges are still a thing anymore.
Oh yeah. Well, let's name some cities, huh?
What do we got coming up? I keep
Youngstown,
hearing about
Ohio.
Cleveland. Well, I keep getting some info on Cleveland, hilarities, but nobody pulled the trigger on it yet. So we're waiting to see. I might have a show in Times Square coming up. I don't want to jinx it yet, but I had a producer hit me up, and he was saying he wants to heavily promote me, like on a billboard, to do a show just to see what happens. So that might be crazy. Can you imagine if I get on one of these TVs in Times Square?
Hey, you'll be like Zendaya.